everyone. So today I want to talk about global warming and the the effects, whether negative or positive, that we are creating. And the first way that this proves to be a fact that we are indeed causing global warming around the world is through AC and heaters to either make something a home cold or a vehicle cold, because what's happening is that we're getting the cold air inside of the home while these machines are throwing out very, very hot air out into the day. Because think about it, when you turn on your AC, you're turning it on during the day hours when I believe most people that have to work are out. And obviously people that are not working are out, um, for the most part. And I mean, workers are out there too. But see, I believe that that's being caused with the AC units as well as vehicle heat, maybe let's go with temperature. At 70 degrees on a sunny day, after a half hour, the temperature inside a car is 104 degrees. After an hour, it can reach 113 degrees, which when temperatures outside range from 80 to 100, the temperature inside a car parked in direct sunlight can quickly climb to between 130 to 172. But that's not really what I really wanted to get into. What I really wanted to get into was how hot a vehicle engine can get. Um, so you guys have seen, there's 113, but I've seen maybe I've seen somewhere it could get very, very hot, up to like 200 degrees. And, you know, I don't know if you ever stood near an engine that's been running for a very long, long time. But if you were to touch it, or if you were near the exhaust fume, exhaust fumes, it's very, very hot as well. See, see, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because let's look, for example, how many, like the statistics, how many vehicles are in the USA. Um, it says new number of registered vehicles in US 2018, 276.1 million. And this is see, so there's a lot. So imagine each vehicle, the temperature of each vehicle's engine is, say, 200. So, you times 200 by 2 million and something. And what is happening is we're creating this volcanic heat, like, wave. For example, like this, like it, and then yeah, like this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm talking about, because it's impacting our weather, it's impacting um everything around us. So see, but I'm not trying to talk about the negative at all. But see, this is one example of the vehicle in itself. Imagine all the heaters. It's probably like the same equivalency as vehicles. Probably, depending on what's in number, what's more out there in quantity, whether it's house or vehicles, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's creating this heat wave. And what I was thinking was, I guess, a way to reduce this heat wave in our lives, in the world, would be to produce this electricity at nighttime, when everything is cool outside, and the heat is going to rise up to the top without you know disturbing anyone, and nature will take care of that by itself. And obviously, this heat, I mean, this energy that's produced will then be harnessed into obviously a battery, uh, for a car or whatever, right? And then that's how you have Tesla. With Tesla, or I shouldn't say Tesla. I'm sorry. I should say electric, like maybe electric cars. See, because there's Nissan. See, there's a bunch of other ones that are Chevrolet, BMW, Tesla, Volkswagen, Jaguar, and all these other ones. So it's not just Tesla. And and although these vehicles will probably get hot as well, it's not releasing as much heat with the exhaust and all that during the day, you know, as much. So it will reduce the heat wave, and yeah, like all this stuff, it won't really produce a lot of this, I think. I'm not really sure. And then for the homes, I guess with the AC units, I guess it will go back to my other idea, which is on YouTube, and basically what it is I remember I posted it, I don't know how long ago, but it had to do something with heating or cooling your home, or I think it was a bed. If you had like a stone, like stones around the house, or concrete stones, but something that can retain the heat, or um, or the cold. And because, see what happens, I think I explained in the video, you can, you know, you could turn on your vehicle, turn on the AC in your vehicle, and the moment you turn it off, and you can stay in the vehicle, like a minute later, it'll get super super hot again, um, and then the temperature will climb, like skyrocket high. So what I was thinking was, well, if you heat up if you cool down a stone, like a rock, like when you go outside and you try to grab a rock, and you could put it inside your home in the AC, and you could go back to it a few minutes later and touch it, and it'll still be warm. See, so it's that type of idea, and it won't require an AC unit. It will actually be through means of electricity, and kind of like a heat plate, or you know, that type of thing. So I don't know how an electrical um, AC unit will work that doesn't have an engine to so it would have to be like some type of, I don't know, like energy, like Freon or something. And I don't know if there's something out there like that. And if there is, then that's what it is, and that's what we need to do in order to reduce the the overall world's um the that stuff that's causing all these problems, and stuff like that. So I guess it won't really like reduce the problem. Well, it will reduce the problem, but it won't eliminate it. But taking a step closer and advancing to better protect our futures of the lives that are to come is better than not taking any measures or precautions. at all or in advance, you know. So, and see, the things that I share, I really believe that one day other people will do this as well. Whether they make money or not, that's not an issue. Maybe to the person that's making the videos, it might be. But don't let that be a reason to stop you. Don't let an idea stop you from helping other people because, oh, someone might steal my idea. It's better to store it on the internet than storing it in your mind and letting it just fester and pollute your mind and thoughts. And then if you ever pass away, you never passed on that idea to other people. So, and another thing that I wrote down really quickly, I took some notes, is yeah, you store it in on the internet on the hopes that someone will act on it, on the ideas, especially those who have money for research and development. See, so there is some people out there who maybe not all the ideas will be wise to spend money on because of limited resources, but that's why we have, you know, a bunch of universities and people that think outside the box and inside the box and every all the way around, and they could come up with ideas or not, you know. So it, you know, it's more brainstorming and coming up with, you know, solutions and real um like logical experiments and math and all that stuff that's involved deeply in these ideas. And then if for whatever reason they find that a certain idea is the best possible outcome, then the probability of them investing and pouring money into the idea will be obviously the greatest at this point or at that point. And therefore they'll say yes, let's do this, let's make this happen, whatever the idea might be. Because obviously, you know, we naturally want to be, you know, in a way, sadly, is like greedy. And we want the credit, we want the trophies, we want the accomplishments, we want the everything in our favor. But that's just not the case, you know. And you know, in God's eyes, maybe one day you'd probably be considered greedy for not sharing your idea and whatever idea it might be. And from watching the Shark Tank, there's hundreds and hundreds of new ideas being brought to the table. And some of them were new ideas, some of them were brand new inventions, some of them were just copycats of whatever. But I believe that these new ideas are going to help us evolve, help us to grow, and to have new and better jobs. I wouldn't really say better, but it'll create new jobs because now there's a whole new industry and new things that require people and require them to apply their hands to, like, an all hands on deck type of call. And anyways, so yeah, I just felt like sharing this idea, and it's it's probably something that people have thought of, maybe. I'm sure they have, but I just felt like sharing it. And I mean, it's simple to do the math. It's just like, when someone created a weapon, like a gun, that weapon can be used for good or evil. And it's not until we kind of pretty much learn that there's just different ways to do things, and there's a structural process to do things. And I think that when it comes to heating your home, I mean cooling your home, you probably want to do it the generating portion of it during the night, and therefore it will give you the energy to cool it during the day when it's super hot outside. Because I mean, we could go to Zillow, and there's millions and millions of homes out there, at least that I know of. And I mean, it's everywhere. See, all these people, imagine each person, each home heating up cooling their home during the day will give you something like this, in that region, in that area. So, anyway, I guess I did introduce or bring up the attention of the solution within this video, and I guess it would have to be somehow experimented on, whether in truth it will reduce the heat wave during the day if the electricity was generated during the night, so it could transmit it or allow the home to be cool by ways of electrical means, and basically freezing this stone or stones within the property, or within the building or whatever, to eliminate the heat. And the great thing about this as well is that it won't be a swamp cooler. It will be 100% air. Energy, like an energy ball, which will radiate to the surrounding surfaces and areas within the home or structures. And the same is true in cold climates, and the home owner wants to heat up their home, so they'll use something like they would with fire, like a furnace or whatever, to heat up their home. And some people can heat up their whole homes with these units with fire. I'm not talking about electrical. And I think that the way that it happens, that where it heats the whole home, is because they're not only placing a fire and letting it burn. What they're doing is the iron has a huge impact on retaining the heat, and then also reflecting off that heat or radiating that heat within the structure. So therefore, that's when tests and experiments would have to be conducted to prove or disprove the concept of global warming. And if in true we can make a difference or impact or make an impact in positive terms. But I guess it all starts with you and I. You know. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. So I hope that you guys have a great day. If you guys want more information or just want to look at more ideas, go to Facebook, invent or don't invent. Um, and then obviously all this information is practically in it just scattered, unorganized. But if you click on the photo section and see all the albums, then some of it is a little bit organized in categories, but mostly it's not. And that's why I created this invent or don't invent. So one day, someone can make a website that's organized, more professional, and I guess people won't really have the time to sit down and listen to everyone speak. So I think the best approach would be, a highly descriptive, informational um, formatting type of post uh, section for a particular type of invention to highly advance it, whatever it is. So that's all I have for right now regarding these things and these matters.